These are a few of them. You are a mirror, your color is but a reflection. The good color of your visage bears witness that you have been in the sanctuary of God's mercy.
Saad, who hails from the Michigan-based band 786 and the latest addition to Poetic's Vision Tour, performing songs of praise in Urdu and Arabic. He will be accompanied by Saad, who we have heard him sing earlier. Please join me in welcoming him.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
You guys still awake, huh? Everybody has done a wonderful job tonight. Thank you again for having me. Excuse me. Brother's asking me if everybody from the back can possibly move up to the empty chairs in the front. So, some of you might remember me from a group called 786. We had started this group in 2002, 5 guys, including me, and our message primarily was to spread the message of peace and provide an alternative form of music for the Muslim youth. So, inshallah, the first song I'm going to be doing tonight, or the second song, but the first song in my set, is called Falling Away. I wrote this song basically as a dua, as a prayer for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you're feeling down, when you're kind of feeling in the dumps and you need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help, you call out and you ask for it. So this is kind of along those lines, so please listen to the words and enjoy it. Falling Away. Excuse me. Sorry about that. What would be a performance without any technical difficulties, right? This song is called Falling Away. Next song, I'm from Pakistan, grew up in Karachi. And when I was younger, my grandfather, my dada, used to listen to this naat by Qari Wahid Zafar called Faslon Ko Takalluf. And I really admired this naat, and he's a wonderful reciter of nasheeds and naat. So I kind of put my own twist to it, of course. I always like to change up things. So this next nasheed is called Faslon Ko Takalluf with my own Reminds me of my grandfather. Inshallah, the next song that we have, what's the next song we have? One by YouTube. Alright, I'll try to pick it up a little bit. I apologize for that. Just touching me, The next song is called One by YouTube. Maybe some of you guys know and heard of it. It's basically, the way I interpret the song is, it's a song about peace and love. So basically that's how I interpret this song. So hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, I should point out also that, first thing I forgot to say, Falling Away was also written by Omar as well, who's also in 786, and all the tracks that you're hearing tonight, they are produced by myself and my brother Seyed. All the guitar parts are played by him. So please. The song's called One by YouTube. Thank you. There's a brother in the back who had a baka. May I use that? The hand drum, please. This next song, in the 1990s and early 2000s, there's this band called Junoon from Pakistan. Anybody heard of it? One or two people? Okay. So this group was kind of like a Sufi rock group. And, you know, they had songs about good message, and this song in particular was in praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they kind of refer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Seyed, which is master in Sindhi. So the song is called Seyed. Song has a really high part towards the end of it, so inshallah my voice sticks with me. Alright, last song, I'm sure everyone knows this song. It's called Allahu by Nusrat Khan. I'm just doing my own cover to it, so please, please sing along with me. Here we go. Everybody knows this song? Yes? A couple people.
Can we hear it one more time for Saad Mohammed? I just want to say a few brief words and thanking everyone for putting this together. I think this is the only university, alhamdulillah, with the Poetic Vision Tour. We go to so many schools every year. And this type of Mawlid celebration where you have people like Shaykh Javadi. Last year we were honored with Dr. Seyed Nasser. I haven't seen this anywhere else in the country, and this is really, a lot of this, of course, is for the blessing of Allah, but it's also because of the brother over here, Brother Seyed Sultan. So let's make a lot of dua for him, and let's give him a big hand for all the work he does for us. And I don't want to overstate it, because I don't Indiana, and his parents were like my early mentors. And really, the people here at Princeton, to have Seyed here and also to have Professor Hisham Mahmoud as a local professor here, you have to take advantage of that. Hardly any other university in the country has someone like Hisham Mahmoud, if any. So if everyone that's here, you know, inshallah he'll be here for several more years, but nothing is promised. So we're so honored to be here in the presence of our scholars and the presence of this beautiful community. One thing I want to say though, this has been a very different Poetic Vision Tour performance for us. It's kind of, we tried something different today. But one thing that's kind of always been what we're about and what this program today was about is that sometimes religion or faith can become purely intellectual and the mind overtakes the heart. And Imam Ghazali in his great book, Alchemy of Happiness, he said that the heart is the king, the brain or the mind is the vizier, the advisor to the king, but must be under the king. And sometimes when I was in college, we'd have these really deep discussions about feminist interpretation of the Qur'an, all of that, but we forgot that this idea of bringing the love of the Prophet ﷺ into our hearts is the core purpose of our existence. And one of the poets on our tour, Reza, who is the nephew of Shaykh Adhami, he said in one of his poems, he said, they, talking about the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, they sang to welcome him into their city. We now sing to welcome him into our hearts. Inshallah, that'll be the message from tonight. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you so much for these really kind words and for your awesome performance. Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope everybody's not getting tired because we have a very exciting performance next. I'll introduce this piece by telling you how it came to be. So we have a graduate student in the religion department named Michael Dan. And so Michael Dan wrote a really cool song. And he talked to his friend Dan Kowalski, who's an alum of Princeton, who's here visiting, as well as Zeerak, who's a senior in the comp sci department. And they are taking Michael Dan's song and they're going to perform it. So Dan's doing the vocals and Zeerak will be playing the tabla. So this is a never before performed exclusive original piece from MSA Studios. You didn't know we had a record label, but we do. So please join me in welcoming them to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Good evening. The Imam Sahib Sultan, may Allah bless him, and I'd just like to ask everybody to keep him and his family in all of our prayers. And he asked me to say a couple words to introduce the poem and the song that's about to be performed. And it basically, the intention behind it was what you're about to see. Which I myself haven't seen yet. I know that there are people who have poetic and musical talent. Shout out to Kujeji. And I'm not one of them, right? But my hope was that by writing something like this, I could encourage people to head in that direction. And in most places you go in the Muslim world, there are gatherings that take place on a regular basis that have a certain function. And these gatherings, in many cases, people will sing poems that have certain spiritual benefits, spiritual meanings. And there's a social, a recreational, and a spiritual benefit that are all wrapped into one, right? And I think that gatherings like this, as Shaykh reminded us, that the Prophet ﷺ remembered Allah at all times and in all different kinds of conditions. He remembered Allah in all different kinds of conditions, and among these conditions were recreational conditions and so And so my hope is that gatherings like this will sort of take off in this country as well, but also in a way that is understandable and accessible to people, both culturally, linguistically, and so on. So with that, I introduce my two dear friends, Dan Kowalski and Zeerak.
Thank you very much, Mike. Mike and I have known each other for a very long time now, and it's a great honor that he's given us the chance to recite his poem. You'll notice in the background it's going to be bigger the entire time, and I'd ask that we all join in. It's just very simple, La ilaha illallah, and you'll hear it from Zeerak as well. And again, this is Zeerak, and I'm Dan Kowalski. And I just want to give you guys a pat on the back for staying so long. I mean, it's a long night. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. And this is Michael Dan's poem, Pray My Lord.
Upon Muhammad
for us students, it was one of the most anticipated performances because they were keeping it really top secret, everything from the lyrics to the way it was going to be performed. So it was a big treat for all of us. So just in the same way that we began the Mawlid celebration with the recitation of the Quran, we would also like to end with the recitation of the Quran. So I would like to invite Nimet and Ismael, Nimet and Ismael, who will be reciting passages from the Quran to end our evening. Thank you so much.
So inshallah, I'll be beginning with the translations and then Ismael will be reciting. Surah 73, the one wrapping himself. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful. O you wrapping yourself, stand through the night except a little, half or a little less or more, and chant the Qur'an rhythmically, for we will send you a weighty word. Indeed, rising by night is most intense as a discipline, and most appropriate for receptivity of the word. You do have a long course during the day, yet remember the name of God, and devote yourself wholly to God, Lord of the East and the West. There is no other deity, so take God as a guardian, and endure what the scoffers say patiently, and remain aloof from them with a graceful detachment. Surah 93, the morning. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful. By the morning bright, and the night when it is calm, your Lord has not left you and is not angry. Hereafter will be better for you than what was before. Your Lord will surely give to you, and you will be content. Did God not find you orphaned and give you shelter? And God found you wandering and gave you guidance? And God found you in need and gave you sufficiency? So don't oppress the orphan, and do not rebuff the seeker, and tell of the kindness of your Lord. Surah 94, the expansion. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful. Haven't we expanded your chest for you, and removed your burden from you, which weighed heavily on your back, and raised your repute for you? So with distress there is relief. Indeed, relief comes with distress. So when you are done, still be prepared, and direct your request to your Lord. Surah 112, pure truth. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful, say, He is God, unique, God the eternal, not begetting or begotten, not having any equal. Surah 113, dawn. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful. Say, I take refuge in the Lord of dawn, from the ill of what is created, and from the ill of the darkness when it's gloomy, and from the ill of those who curse, and from the ill of the envious when he envies. Surah 114, humankind. In the name of God, the benevolent, the merciful, say, I take refuge with the Lord of humankind, the ruler of humankind, the God of humankind, from the ill of the flighty suggestion that whispers in people's hearts, whether they be jinn or people.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها المزمل قم الليل إلا قليلا نصفه أو انقص منه قليلا أو زد عليه إليه تبتيلا رب المشرق والمغرب لا إله إلا هو فاتخذه وكيلا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد Sorry.
So to offer a concluding dua, we would like to welcome Shaykh, who is one of the most respected scholars in North America. He studied at the prestigious seminaries in Yemen and Mauritius, and currently teaches in Mauritania, and currently teaches all over the U.S. in educational institutions like Zaytuna College and Seeker's Guidance. Initially, he came just thinking that he was going to participate like you guys, but we couldn't let him get away with it, and we asked him to come and offer a concluding dua for us. So please welcome Shaykh.
MashaAllah, we have with us Shaykh Walead Mossad, and you give me and trust him with the spirit of living. This is your home.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وما أهل الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه اللهم جلنا من النار ومن خزي النار ومن وقربنا إلى النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار واغفر وتجاوز عما تعلم إنك أنت العز الأكرم وما نور قلوبنا بالإيمان وبالإسلام وبالإحسان وما حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم تقبل توبتنا وتقبل صلاتنا وتقبل زكواتنا وتقبل صيامنا وتقبل قيامنا وتقبل تهجدنا وتقبل بر لوالدينا وتقبل جميع أعمالنا واخلصه خالصا لوجهك الكريم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we ask you to make all of our actions sincere for you. We ask you to give us aid and succor in worshiping you. We ask you to grant us paradise. We ask you to forgive all of our sins. We ask you to make Iman beloved to us and to make detested to us disobedience of you. We ask you that you overlook our sins. We ask you that you reconcile between all of the hearts. We ask you that you make the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ the most beloved thing to us after you. We ask you to benefit of his character traits and to be verifiers and realizers of his character and find that within us. We ask you that you forgive all of the people in this room and that you leave none of us except that you have forgiven us as we exit. We ask you to show your mercy and grace upon all of the Muslims in the world, especially those who are suffering in many of the lands such as Libya and Cairo and Yemen and Tunis and Afghanistan and Iraq and Pakistan and Burma and all of the Muslim lands and wherever Muslims may be, and to alleviate the suffering of all peoples wherever they might be, and that you grant everyone in this room all that they ask for, and that be solely for your countenance. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. سورة الفاتحة لروح المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Ameen. Jazakallah khair. In conclusion, I would like to just thank everyone here for coming out, for staying so late into the night. As you can all see, we are here in the process of creating a third space within the Muslim community, a space that allows for more creativity and more flexibility than some of the institutions that we have established. And as we go about doing that, sometimes we will make mistakes and sometimes we will falter. But the intention is to allow the Muslim community in this country to have a place where they can celebrate their religion and where they can reflect on the divine and where they can come together in human brotherhood and sisterhood. And therefore I would like to thank all of the performers, the courageous students who came out and performed for the first time in front of so many people, that Allah blesses them and that He elevates them and He improves what they have begun their endeavor on. We thank Allah for Poetic Visions Tour and the inspiration that they have given to the Muslim community to reconnect with our tradition of poetry and to bring that here to the United States. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the guidance of our scholars, some of whom were here. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Shaykh Faraz Rabbani in particular for his keynote address. And we're thankful that he is here for a few more days. Tomorrow he'll be speaking at ICOB on marriage from 1 to 4 p.m. And on Sunday he'll be back here at Princeton University with a student forum, open question and discussions from 1 to 4 p.m. in Wig Hall. And lastly, I want to thank Scully, the wonderful audio services that were provided here today. MashaAllah, these brothers, give them a round of applause. These brothers are so hardworking, they are so sincere, and they really have done a wonderful job of benefiting the Muslim community, and they've been so patient with us. We didn't give them ample time in preparing, but they've been so patient with us and they've done a marvelous job. So when you have your next event, please make sure that you contact them for your services, and they have all of their contact in the back on the poster there. The last thing that I want to say, my brothers and sisters, in conclusion, is that it is said that toward the end of the Prophet ﷺ's life, he went and visited the graveyards of his companions who had passed away. And many of his companions were there surrounded by him and with him. And in that moment he said to them something very profound. He said that I wish that I could see my brothers, and I wish that I could see, by implication, my sisters. And the companions, they were surprised to hear this, because they thought that they were the Prophet ﷺ's brothers and sisters. And so they said, Ya Rasulullah, aren't we your brothers? Aren't we your sisters? And the Prophet ﷺ, he replied by saying that my brothers and my sisters in faith, in spirit, in humanity, in godliness, are those who will believe in me and follow me having never seen me. Who will believe in me me and follow me having never seen you. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who believe in our beloved Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam and follow him. Even though we did not see him with our eyes, we experience him every day with our deeds and with our attempt to emulate his beloved character sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he allows us to be with our beloved Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam in Jannat al-Firdaus, and that we are all together drinking from his blessed hands, and that we are united in our iman of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Drive home safely. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.